Hi, I'm back. I know it's been a bit. I forget how busy summer gets. And yeah, I'm a gardener. And then I started watering everything, and then I had a lot of weeds to pull. Ah. So thanks for being patient, waiting for me to get back here for you. It occurred to me that I'm talking about a lot of ideas that really, for me, come out of one primary idea, which is the idea of becoming an aligned person. Alignment has become just a huge focus for me. In 2017, I self published a book called Alignment: Move from Internal Chaos to Clarity. That book was really important for me to put some stories together, to put some ideas together, to really, at the time, I thought I was really thinking it through. And what I've realized since then is that there's so much more to consider and to practice and to, put into motion in my life and into the lives of the people that I work with. My cat is trying to help me right now. So, here's the question that I was asked when I learned about this concept of alignment. The question was, how can I become a person of integrity? How can I feel confident and clear about, my own life and who I was working with as a counselor and as a parent? I mean, just so many areas. And what I found out was that I needed to learn, and I am still learning, to line up my thoughts, my words, my feelings, and my actions. Sounds very simple, and yet it becomes a really profound practice because that's our humanness, that's our human system that is working, it's constantly going. But if we're not aware of it and we're not using it in a more self-aware way, then we don't feel confident. We don't feel a sense of clarity and personal advocacy. Like we've got a rudder on the back of our boat directing us. Becoming the leader of your life. That is what brought me to this concept. I was at a time in my life where I sure was not feeling like the leader of my own life, but I wanted to, and I needed something that was more holistic rather than bits and pieces of things. So I want to show you the very first picture that I did of alignment. This was my attempt of a computerized drawing. And I called this Allie alignment. So Allie used to wear a dress and have, like kind of curly hair. Now Allie is just a stick figure on my whiteboard in my office. So you can see there's a thought going on there, and it says think. Then the arrow coming out from the mouth saying say. The heart in the center that says feel. And then you notice the word do with a little banner kind of down by the belly. Energetically, that is your power center. That is where your decisions often can come from, to do it or to not do it. People say, oh, I had a gut feeling about that. So that's just a part of what that's about. So now you have a visual of the basics of alignment. There's a lot more to it than that, as I've learned. We don't always know. It's hard to grasp what our brains are thinking all the time. Which is why some people like to meditate, because that helps them to get everything else quiet so they can tune in. And we've talked some about mindfulness and, just the process of getting calm and quiet, which in this world has become quite a challenge. We live in a noisy world. I live out in the country, and if the TV is on or I'm talking to somebody online or on the phone, it can still feel pretty noisy. It's a big world, and we are getting input constantly. So then lining up what I'm thinking with what I'm saying, if they don't match, I know it. People listening to me know it. There's an incongruent vibration going on. However, when I am saying what I'm thinking, it matches. Like it feels like it's flowing together. There's no question. People will say, "Oh yeah, yeah, I get it. I hear you." Right? Like, because those line up. And then when your emotions can match that, so you've got your, oh, there's my cat. So her name's Beezy. She likes to be around. So when your thoughts and your words and your feelings are lining up, meaning that they support one another, then you're in the flow. You feel right about yourself, and you feel right about what you're sharing. Even if you're writing, let's say you're not speaking out loud, but you're writing something, you can still feel it. It's a good feeling. It's a settled, almost, it's settled, but it's excited all at the same time. Then we get down to our power center, our action center. And a lot of times our emotions are telling us that there's something we need to do. There's something we need to follow up on. Or maybe just to completely let something go on purpose, right? So that can be an action, but it's almost a non-action, but it's a decision. So when you think something, you talk about it, you really feel into what that thought and communication is, then you get clear about what you need to do. Oh, wow. Like, your rudder is really working. And it's not always simple. Sometimes, I've had situations where it took me weeks, maybe longer, maybe years, really, if I'm honest with myself. Things that I just feel stuck about. And we don't like feeling stuck. It's uncomfortable. And maybe it's meant to be uncomfortable. Maybe it's meant to be uncomfortable enough that it prods us into finishing whatever the something is. I'm going to talk more about these concepts, but one at a time. And I also wanted to let you know that my new Facebook page called Align to Transform is probably going to be the name of my new business. My goal is to have online courses where people can learn more about the concept of alignment and how to make a practice out of it, how to become the leader of their own lives, and help those around them to feel good about that as well. So we're not working from the outside in, we're working from the inside out. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I won't take as long to get my next chat up. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your support. And I'll see you soon.